Why is life so hard? Why have I acted out of character? Why do I feel lonely sometimes?
Why do I seek things
Why do
outside
other
of
people seem
myself?
happy than me?
Why have I
Why is
acted
this
out?
person why? For the next 30 seconds, don't think about why you're watching this video. Just be in this moment. How does that feel? Different, right? Uncomfortable? Freeing? That little exercise is just a taste of what we're going to explore in this video. I'm walking the circumference of the earth twice. Why? Because I believe compassion can save the world. And that's why I'm walking 50,000 miles for compassion. We're going to challenge the way you approach life, to shift your perspective or your stance in life from constantly questioning life or why you are the way you are, who you are, etc., to just being present in the moment, just awareness. If you're up for seeing life from a new angle, this video is just the invitation that you've been waiting for. Do you know what? In life sometimes 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It equals 11. Let's rewind for a sec. In my 20s, I was up and down. Like I was missing some crucial instruction manual to life. Have you ever felt that way? Like everyone else has got the memo, but somehow you missed it. Like the train just went past you like you're missing. Well, you're not alone. We're about to find out why sometimes life doesn't always follow the rules that we expect it to. Did you know that the average person has about 6,200 thoughts a day? That's a lot of mental chatter, but studies say 80% of those thoughts are negative and 95% are repetitive from the day before or just from the past. You know that feeling when you're lying in bed at night, you're trying to get to sleep, but your mind just won't shut down. It just won't shut up. Constant stream of questions, thinking that if we just understood everything, we'll finally be happy and life will finally be the way we want it to be. The more we try to understand, the more confused we get. I think we get stuck in this trap because our brains are wired to seek patterns and make sense of things. But sometimes this works against us. It's like we become our own worst enemy. I remember this one time when I was going through a tough breakup. Whoa, it was hard. I kept asking myself, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? Will I ever find love again? The more I tried to figure it out, the worse I felt. It was like I was stuck in this loop of questions with no answers. We do this with our careers, our friendships, our hobbies. We're always trying to understand, to control, to predict. If we could just figure out the perfect formula for success or the exact steps to make someone like us, somebody be there for us, we'll be okay. But life doesn't work like that. It's messy, it's unpredictable, it's life. We get stuck in this trap because we're taught from a young age that understanding is the key to everything. In school, we are rewarded for having the right answers. In our jobs, we're praised for solving problems. So it makes sense that we apply the same approach to our personal lives, right? Think about it. How many times have you stressed yourself out trying to figure out why someone acted a certain way or why you feel a certain emotion? And most of the time, we don't end up with a satisfying answer. It's like we're trying to solve a puzzle that keeps changing. And just when we think we've figured it out, life throws another curveball. A relationship that seems perfect falls apart. Someone that you really, really liked suddenly doesn't like you. A job we thought we would love turns out to be a nightmare. And there we are, back at square one. Again, asking ourselves, why? Why all over again and again and again and again? What if trying to understand everything is actually holding us back from truly experiencing life? Think about the times that you've truly felt happy or at peace. Were you analyzing every detail of your life, or were you just being? Were you just there? What if we allowed ourselves to just be present in the moment without needing to analyze or explain everything? Life is not a simple math equation. That 1 + 1 is 2. Sometimes it's 11. Life is here to be experienced. The only way we can do that is by living in the now. We tend to get caught up in our minds, in the past, in the future. We can sometimes let our imagination go wild and we lose sight of how far we've come. Think of this idea called teleological finalism. It's a belief that everything in our lives has some hidden purpose, even when it seems illogical. Like life is playing this long game and we're just trying to figure out the rules. I remember this one time when I thought I'd figured it all out. My life was falling into place. I was doing everything right, but I still felt like something was missing and I couldn't understand why. I kept trying to solve this equation of my life, thinking, if I just tweaked this, added that, everything would suddenly make sense. But that's when it hit me. Maybe life isn't a problem to solve at all. Maybe it's more like an experience to dive into. Sometimes in life, things come together in ways we never expected, where life just surprises you. Sometimes some things are not meant to be understood. They're just meant to be experienced, appreciated, and be welcomed. And embracing that uncertainty, that unpredictability of life can actually lead to some pretty amazing experiences and personal growth. This whole idea ties into that life doesn't come with a pre-written meaning. It's up to each one of us to create our own meaning and our own purpose, to find our own significance in this crazy, unpredictable journey of life that we're on. And honestly, that's kind of liberating when you think about it, don't you think? So maybe instead of asking why don't you start asking how? This is not about giving up or being passive, but more about finding peace in the journey itself, rather than obsessing over the destination and the little details. We've talked about two different approaches to life here: an understanding mindset or the experiencing mindset. This is just about us just starting to be present in our life every day and getting out of our heads. It's about feeling life rather than thinking about it. Research shows that this approach can lead to better mental health and emotional well-being, overall well-being. It's okay to reflect, but when reflecting becomes overwhelming, that's when it becomes a problem. I used to be stuck in the understanding mindset all the time. I felt like I was watching life through a window instead of actually living it. But when I started to shift towards the experiencing, things changed. I felt more alive, more connected. Life became less of a problem to solve and more of an adventure to experience. And that's why you see me walking 50,000 miles. It's about finding balance, knowing when to step back from constant analysis and knowing when to just be present in the moment. It's about learning to embrace uncertainty instead of always trying to control it. So when you catch yourself in the why loop, when your mind is spinning loads of questions, just take a deep breath and ask, what is happening right now? It's like hitting a reset button for your brain. Wherever you are right now, take a deep breath. Notice the sounds around you. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What are you experiencing in this moment right now? This is just a powerful way to remain grounded in the moment. And just practice gratitude. Even in tough times, there's usually something to appreciate. This is a simple reminder of that. Just start living. What you need to do is find things that anchor you, things that give you purpose, and give you a reason to keep living and moving forward. Even when life seems confusing or it becomes hard to understand, you know you're grounded in something. I spend a lot of time sitting down with people who let me into their inner world. And let me tell you, you're not alone in how you feel. Everyone is trying to figure it out. Learn to be present and observe instead of judging. Learn to accept that you are human. And what that means sometimes is unclear. And that's okay. But you gotta keep moving forward no matter how small. How can I grow from this experience? How can I embrace life's beautiful mysteries? And how can I write my own story? These simple reframes help you to shift from a place of questioning, blame, and negativity to a place of exploration and growth, while acknowledging that all your experiences and feelings are valid parts of the human journey. Now, as you move forward, picture this. You're standing at crossroads. One path is labeled understanding, the other is labeled experiencing. Which do you choose? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know how you're riding the waves of your own journey. If you made it this far, thank you for spending this time with me. Make sure you share this video with one person you know to give them a little bit of encouragement. Let's master this inner game together.